You know, I'm tired of doing lawn work. I think I'm gonna play a video game. This one should do it. Harvest Moon 64. That's right, Harvest Moon, a game series where you work and farm. Harvest Moon will always be one of those game series that you either love or you're just never gonna understand. Now, farming may not sound all that fun really, but earlier games in the series just had so much heart and personality. I just couldn't help but fall in love with the series. It's just too bad that it hasn't been able to live up to its former glory these days. I'm looking at you, A Wonderful Life and Animal Parade. The game begins with the unfortunate passing of your grandfather. Yes, it turns out you were close with your grandfather, having visited him in the summers of your younger days. As is such, your grandfather has left his beloved farm in your hands. However, the upkeep of said farm just ain't what it used to be. Armed with a set of your grandfather's farming tools, a rickety old shack, and your trusty and mostly useless dog, it's up to you to get the farm up and running again. There are a few different ways to earn money and work to upgrade your farm. Firstly, you can explore the wilds of Moon Mountain in order to scavenge for things to sell. This is a good way to make some initial money early on in the game. What you can gather changes from season to season. You can pretty much pick up any old thing laying on the ground. Walnuts, wild berries, and even just, grass. Of course, you can also plant and grow crops. I mean, this thing is called Harvest Moon after all. In the beginning, you'll have to clear out some land, and then plow the very earth itself in order to cultivate. You're probably going to be growing turnips first, all dim turnips. What you can grow also varies from season to season. Eventually, you can build a greenhouse, and with that you can grow crops from any season. But I mainly just grow tomatoes, and corn, and some eggplants. Another option is to raise livestock. It can take a while to make a profit this way, so you may want to save this for after you've made yourself a little money. The cheapest way to start is to raise chickens and sell their eggs. Usually I name my chickens after stuff from other video games, but for some reason I just named this one Money. You can also raise sheep and cows. The best way to raise these is to grow some grass fields and just let those suckers loose. Of course, you can milk your cows, and you can shear the sheep for their precious wool. Now, the game doesn't call it this, but you can artificially inseminate your cows by sprinkling sparkly liquid on them. You can also mine in the winter. Now, after you finally get the hang of running the farm and you start making that money, it's time to go into town and mingle with the village folk. Everyone in the village has a unique personality, and you can try to work to befriend them. Not you, Harris. I never liked you. Everyone goes about their daily routines, and you can interact with them at their shops and wherever else they like to hang out. There are 5 girls in the village that you can potentially date and marry, and the outdoorsy, nature-loving tomboy, Maria, the shy, nerdy library keeper, Ellie, who works in the bakery and makes sweets, Karen, the vineyard's daughter, who wants to see the city and who is honestly kind of a brat, and Potpourri, who runs the flower shop and is very easily impressed. I chose Ellie because she's adorable. After you marry one of the girls, she'll stay with you, help you do a few chores, and you'll even begin to raise a child together. Each season also has its own festivals held on different days of the year. These are a nice change of pace from the rest of the game that help give it some extra character. Some of the festivals are based around minigames like betting on the horse races and the swimming competition. Others may be based around your progress in the game, like winning Best Cow or Best Vegetable. Then there are festivals that are there more for just character interaction and pretty cutscenes. While there isn't a whole lot to some of the festivals, they still help give the game an extra little something that makes it feel like being part of a small community. And that's pretty much Harvest Moon 64. It's just one of those games that is hard to describe what it is that makes it special. Maybe it's the nostalgia I have from playing it as a kid, or maybe it's because I'm from a small town and familiar with farming. Regardless, this is one of those games that I will always look fondly back on, and that I can also get strangely addicted to. Oh, and just one more thing. You can drink. Hey, thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe and check out some of my other videos.